I think Gordon said it's 1932. Pierce arrow. For once, one of his famous statements, very rare. This is actually very rare. It's a model 42 or 43, because normal Pierce arrows have these big, like, pod-like headlamps that come out of the wing.
Okay.
Really strange looking things, but this one has just got normal headlamps. Right-hand drive, which is even rarer. So either Australian or South African, not sure which. But the wiring, as per usual on old cars, it was horrendous.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got under the dash and took it all out, how it had caught on fire, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, oh, it's terrible. Really, really bad. So I've ripped all of the wiring loom out. Originally the car was 6 volt. It's been converted to 12 volt. So the dynamo, which is over that side, has been rebuilt to charge a 12 volt system. Different windings. I'm not sure how they do it. I think it's different windings inside in the armature.
Okay.
So the original junction box is completely missing. So it's been wired in through an English style voltage regulator. Okay. That's, well, it's gone over a hole there, so it's not the original fuse box. It's not the original horn relay, that's German. Coil was mounted down there, so I've made a bracket to put that back in where it should be there, yeah?
Okay.
All of these fuel lines and oil pressure lines were all over the place, so I've tidied those up, neatened it all up a bit. The lighting switch comes off. Right, so you see that bracket coming down there?
Oh, right, yeah.
That's all handmade. The light switch that was on the bottom is not a light switch. It's some form of switch they've built out of a voltage regulator box. So basically it doesn't work. So because your original light switch is up here. So you have, it's on there, look, parking lamps. So you've got off there, yeah?
Okay.
Parking lamps.
Yeah.
Which is just when you stop the car. And then all you got is dim and bright.
Yeah.
Okay. So that basically doesn't work. That's been disconnected as well. That was choke. That's your horn push. I might be able to get that to work. It's been converted to American style indicators. So it's got side lamps, which
What's American style indicators?
where your brakes. You've got 2 brake lamps.
Yeah.
So say you indicate.
Yeah.
One light at the back. So say you're turning left. That one will flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're turning right, that one will flash. But the way the switch works is if you've got your foot on the brakes,
Yeah.
they're both bright,
Yeah.
and you're turning right, that brake lamp will remain on, that brake lamp will flash.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's your indicator as
Yeah.
well. It's indicator brakes combined.
Yeah.
That's what they call an American style of doing it. So how I'm going to wire it is indicator brake, and that one is a single tail lamp, just on side lights.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way of doing it realistically, unless you put aftermarket indicators on, but you might as well try and keep it semi-original. The front indicator lenses sit in those housings that go on the wing, so they sit on the top of there, look.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
But they've got, which would have been white originally, they wouldn't have been orange, but I can't do a lot about that now because I built these, and being clever, you can't get the bulbs out of them at all.
Really?
It's all soldered up.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully they'll work. If the bulb's gone, I'm going to have to smash it all up and rebuild them again, which is a bit of a ball ache, unless you can somehow get that lens out of there, but it doesn't look very hopeful. It might come out.
You've seen that sort of thing before?
Oh yeah, all sorts of bodged up stuff on old cars, you know. It is, people just make what they can out of it, don't they, you know.
Were the bulbs much more built to last though?
No, I don't think
Really?
so. No, well, they're modern bulbs in there, but the way they'd wired it was, obviously you got to run wires to your headlamp there and your side lamp there, spot lamp in the middle, okay?
Yeah.
So everything that came off of that lighting switch, instead of going to this side straight up there, which is easy enough, yeah, to that side, they've gone back up inside the car, all the way across the car, all the way down that chassis leg, which is an absolute waste of time. All you do, you put in a junction block in here and run wires over to that headlamp. It didn't look so. Hence, there's like 20-foot long rolls of wire there, which don't need to be there. So when I took it apart, you got your dynamo wire, your charge wire, and you got your field coil wire. So there's only 2 come from that and go up to your junction box there, F and D. That's earth, warning light WL, and B is from battery. So that's your live feed. So your live feed comes up from the starter motor.
Yep.
It comes into the ammeter, out of the ammeter to there. Okay? So it's switched. Sorry, it comes out of the ammeter to the ignition switch and then out to there. So that's your charging system back into the system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's not, it is a live feed, yeah, but it also works the other way round. So when this is putting more charge in, it feeds back into the battery through the starter motor.
Okay. And
that one, the other side of B, comes up, loops around and goes into your fuse box. So everything is then fused past that point.
Yeah.
So you can run your lighting system off of that, blah 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 blah. So it's all separate systems. You've got an ignition system, you've got a charging system, you've got a lighting system.
Yeah.
You break them down into sections, and it looks complicated, but it really isn't. They've made it more complicated than it needs to be, but as it is, I've got to go with what we've got, So you've only got, what we've got in there, you've got the ammeter, temperature gauge, which is non-electrical, oil pressure, which is non-electrical, and the fuel gauge, which is electrical, but I've got that out, so I've got to work out how to wire that up.
Yeah.
Because originally this would have been positive earth. The fuel gauge never did work, but if I can get it going, we'll try and get it going.
What is the difference between positive earth and negative earth?
Nothing, realistically nothing at all. It's just the fact that some gauges are polarity dependent. Some are, some aren't.
What's that mean?
They will only work on what they're built for. So say it's a positive earth gauge, it will only work on a positive earth system.
So I hear you say this all the time, we need to work out whether it's a positive or negative.
Yeah,
earth.
so you can flip the wires around the other way sometimes, other times you can't, it'll just blow the gauge up, which I think is probably what's happened to that already.
So it's pretty critical, isn't it, really?
Yeah, if it goes, it goes, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't put in reversals on it, it doesn't work. Obviously a stupid wiper motor that was all those wires were just wrapped around each other and a bit of tape over them. It's terrible wiring.
A switch on the steering wheel, is that, I've never seen that before.
This one?
I mean, no, the
this in the middle. Yeah, quite a few old cars have them. Yeah. So that would have been choke, closed open, that's gone, there's choke knob over there now.
Is there any sort of notches to it, or is it just a slides round?
It would have been, when the switch is on, there's clicks in the switch for the lighting, but that's, the switch has had it, there's no point in trying to mend that. You spend a day trying to mend that, it's knackered. So what I'll do is mount a switch somewhere, not quite sure where yet. I'll probably put it in there, because that switch is redundant, that's not doing anything. And when Gordon gets back, I'll ask him if he wants a ignition warning lamp. You don't have to have one, it's what they call it, an idiot light.
Yeah.
So I probably will put one in there. So because that is a lighting switch, that is an ignition warning lamp switch, and that one to power up the centre light. It's like a big fog lamp, spot lamp on the front.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use that for that. But once you've done your main charging system, then everything else comes out of this fuse box. So everything's fused, yeah? Ignition doesn't have to be. You just got to make it like, normally when you mount something like this, your wiring loom comes out of that hole there, which I'm sure is not original, but it's going to come down somewhere. So why the hell you'd put that fuse box right in the line of where the wiring goes, I don't know. So I can drop the wiring back in through there, down inside the car and come out down here somewhere. But to be perfectly honest with you, you might as well just run a set of wiring down there. I'd have a look.
You can move the fuse box thing, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can do, yeah, move all of it. Yeah, I might stagger it up, down. Because that was over there originally, at an angle like that.
Yeah.
So it looks shit. So I was going to just mount that there. But I might be able to mount it there, move it all over a little bit, don't know yet. Don't want to go too close to that because that's the fuel line, you don't want to short out on that. Yeah, it's just a matter of thinking about it a bit more and just screwing something to the bulkhead, you know. We can put the voltage regulator over that side, it makes no difference at all.
Is it easy enough to get a new wiring loom for?
You can't, no, I've got to make it.
You've got to make the whole thing, have you?
Yeah. I started running some wires because what Gordon wants is cloth wires at the end. Anywhere you can see the wires, realistically, it's only there that you'll see the ends of the wires.
Yeah.
Up to the generator there. Fucking hell, that's loose as well. Right, so that's field and dynamo, which is marked up.
Yeah.
That should probably be an earth wire, and it would have had a suppressor on it, but that's all gone. So realistically, the only bits you see are those two wires that go on there, the wire that comes from your battery feed, which is there. Okay, goes back into the system, and anything that's going on your horn relay, your fuse box, your coil and your voltage regulator. Gordon wants cloth ends on those, so I'll strip the loom out. I've got all of these cloth ended wires, yeah, but everything else can just be normal wire, so I can run all the stuff to the back of the car, all the stuff to the headlamps, all the stuff to the side lamps out of normal wire.
Yeah,
makes it a lot easier, and I can just put in the wires there that I need to, and I've got enough there to run everything that needs to be run.
Yeah.
In cloth, because the horn relays are strange. They you want to click, you want to switch the earth side, not the live side. That's how they work, because you get less draw if you do on an earth side than you do a live side. So like micro switches, you always run them switched earth. Just draws less power. Yeah.
Okay.
And all the horn relay is you've got a sudden burst of power to make that horn work. So the relay is powered up, so it's permanent live and a switch live. You're not just drawing off of one wire.
Okay.
So it doesn't drain as much. So like these, I've got nice long lengths, the alternator wires. They can run along, out that way to the voltage regulator. I started wiring this one in as my side lamp wire, because what I'll do is, it ran these as side lamps, but they're orange, which is no good. If you ever want to pass an MOT, you can't run an orange side lamp.
Yeah.
In American cars had them.
Yeah.
British cars, you can't do it.
No, obviously not.
So these, what I'll do is just drill an extra hole in that and just put a little side lamp bulb in it.
Yeah.
See, these aren't even. Right, so they've cut off one pin with the bulb holder here. It's called bayonet bulbs, yeah? So you've got one down there, okay, and the other one's up there.
Yeah.
So they're staggered bayonet.
Okay.
So you have to cut one off to make them fit in the headlamp. But that is a stop and tail lamp. So you've got 21 watt, 5 watt. That's not a headlamp bulb.
Okay.
Never going to work, because it'll be just like 5 watt is your side lamp. That's a stop and tail bulb.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got that as a headlamp bulb. So on dip beam, it wouldn't just be dim, you hardly see anything.
Yeah.
So they've got to be changed somehow. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet. It's all these things that come up with wiring, as we've said before, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So those are the bulb holders in there, which aren't original. So somehow get that out and try and mount. If I can get halogens in there, I'll get halogens in there. It's just don't know yet, because you won't get the original bulbs for those in 12 volt. They'll only do them in 6 volt. It's like an knock-on situation with all of it as you go through it all, you know. It's like these rear lamps, they're all just bodged up. They're all just, you know, we can only do with what we can deal with. That was the wiring that went across the back, all screwed together, and so it was at some point it would have caught on fire, because under the dash was bloody horrendous. It's so dangerous half of this stuff. You've got to pull it all out. The stuff that went to the ignition, the guy in France who owned the car had just put crocodile clips on it and a switch.
Yeah.
And all the bare wires just hanging around under the dashboard.
Really?
There's that was the feed to the ignition. And he had a crocodile clip on that bit of burnt wire to make it work.
Blimey.
So, you know.
Is there parts when you're doing this which you need to make note of, things like that?
Only that, realistically, yeah. I mean, the horn relay, okay, it's a 4-pin horn relay. You can get 3 pins, so one's your battery in, one's your power out to the horn, and one's the switch.
Yeah.
But that's a 4-pin, which doesn't make any difference. It's just a different way of wiring it up. Makes no difference whatsoever. Yeah, just basically your charging system. And when you go back to the voltage regulators, they're actually a very, very basic item.
Yeah.
It's a overcharge cutout. It's more there to protect the car from overcharging than it is to charge the car, if that makes sense. So, ordered some headlamp wire, which is main beam and dip beam on British cars are blue and white and blue and red.
Yeah.
Indicator wires, which are green and white, I think, and green and red. It's got 50-metre reels of them. Gordon can keep them. This is money. I bought a terminal kit because I haven't got enough to do this at all. Might have to get a couple of junction boxes and stuff like that. And I'm going to get another headlamp switch because that one in there it's not right. 2, it's broken. It never did work properly. You had to hold it on parking lamps and all this sort of stuff.
You spend far too much time trying to fix it than it would be.
So I'll get another headlamp switch. The only issue with that is, it looks like it's got a hole in that floorboard anyway. Yeah, it has. I'll have to put a foot dip and main in it. Dip and main? Dip and main. Because your original, all you had was parking lamp, but the front parking lamps go out when you turn the headlamps on. But you still have to find off the switch another feed to keep the backlight on, which is where that one had all sorts of wires all doubled up round it. There was a big ball of wires like that on the end of that switch, and it's been arrow lighted together. It's had it. So, but the way they work, because you've got dip beam, main beam, is an actual physical switch there. So you have to put a foot switch in. So your live wire goes in. Yeah, and you click it, bang, fires a dip. Click it, bang, turns off the dip, fires the headlamp, the main beam. So I'll put one of those in it. So instead of a normal indicator wiring system, you've got a switch wire, you've got a feed wire to the flasher relay, and you've got a pilot light out. This one, that's 3 wires. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wires go to the switch to run the American braking system, which once you've got your head round it is very easy. It's just making sure you know what model switch you've got, because all the switches have different colour wires. So that's called an everlasting switch. Everlasting. You don't get Lucas ones, you get Delco RiE ones, blah 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 blah. Yeah, lots of different styles. But as long as you go online, get your loom wired up. So I've done all that, I've got all that information now. Possibly try and wire in the Appleton, but it's knackered, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think I think Gordon's got other ones of these though. I might be able to wire another one in somewhere somehow. I see, I've broken it now. God. But these wouldn't have been on a car this early.
Okay.
They wouldn't have had the handle, because actually you can turn that handle like that.
Yeah.
And that does that with a headlamp.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can do that with it. But they wouldn't have had those on a car this early. It would have been one, and they just had this lamp mounted and it had a handle on the back.
Okay.
You just grabbed it and turned it where you wanted. That's about it really. It's just yeah, like a lot of these things. Yesterday I spent the day scratching my head thinking, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that. Ordered all the bits, because you can't just jump into it, you have to think about it a bit more than that.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not that simple. So now I'll work out whether I'm going to run the wires internal, external. So I was thinking of running these wires on this side, maybe along, up and over the top, because there's all these screw holes, but I don't know. There's only a few wires from this side, because I'm coming across that side with the headlamp feed. So I'll probably run them up inside like they were, just tidy it up a little bit, you know.
But yeah, there's a lot of working out before you actually start.
Oh god, yeah, and you've got to leave all your wires over length.
Yeah.
Then you've got to take it all out again and loom tape it all up.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of work in it. Yeah.